Welcome back to Talk2Me podcast. Today we have Micah, and we're going to be telling a story of how he started off as a pianist, became a film scorer, and now does fitness and film scoring.
And anime.
Yeah,
content.
And also we talk about how he's single. So ladies, please hit him up. Email, talk2me the podcast.
Email me the applications.
Welcome back to Talk to Me
The podcast.
with Maddie.
And Mel.
And today we have a special guest, Micah.
Who's a
going on,
classical pianist, which is why we were doing this at the intro. We're not just weird people. So, Micah,
Who are you?
tell us How about really nice way? How about tell us a little about yourself instead of
Okay.
just who are you?
Yeah, I'll just go over like the basics. Like, you know, if you're in a work interview or something like that, like icebreaker or something like that. So I'm 26. I'm from Los Angeles, California. Moved out to Arizona about 5.5 years ago.
Oh,
Yeah. So yeah, I am a classical pianist. I started playing when I was about 10 or 11. So maybe like 15 years ago.
wow.
And started bodybuilding, like really bodybuilding, like 3 years ago. So I've been training for like 11 though.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
So a little background on me.
So
Wow.
the girls are going to want to know, single, married, committed.
Focused.
I tried, girls. Sorry.
But yeah, no, I am single. Yeah.
You're single. Okay.
But focused.
So you're single, but how's your relationship with your parents? Have they like tried pushing anything onto you?
What are you trying to say? I push stuff onto you? Is that, I mean, where did that come from?
I don't know.
I think
no
my parents
idea.
are ready for grandkids for sure, but they don't pressure me about it. No.
What's your relationship with them?
Oh, my family background's a bit tumultuous. My parents are split, so I have two sides of the family. So my biological dad and my stepmom live out here, and then I have my 4 younger siblings that live with them. So like my half siblings, but oh my gosh, they're my entire heart. I love them so much.
Yeah.
They're not half siblings; they're just my younger siblings.
Yeah.
Now my older brother, he lives out here too. I actually live with him. And then my biological mom and my stepdad are in Detroit, Michigan.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
far.
So Maddie has a half brother and
No, I have 3 half brothers.
3 half brothers,
Three,
but she
okay.
has a half brother that they live together and they're super, super close.
Nice.
Like,
You guys live alone, just you and your half brother? Or?
no.
No,
No, he's still at home.
Oh,
He's still
okay.
with their parents.
still at home. Sorry, Al.
Which is why we got to get sponsorship for the podcast because
So we can kick him out.
Yeah, he's financially
Yeah,
bankrupting
sign up for the
us.
Patreon. Do you guys have a Patreon?
No.
No.
They're about to start it. Sign up for it.
Yeah, go fund me right here, guys. Like, kick Alex out of the house.
Oh my
Poor
God,
guy, getting
leave
aired out, getting all his
Alex.
news
Oh my
aired out.
God. This is supposed to be about Micah, not about our like
I'm very good at
family
deflecting.
issues. You are good. You've got this going
Yeah, thank
already.
you.
You
It's been
need
a
your
while
own
since I've
podcast. You don't need us.
No. If I had more time, maybe. I
Really?
feel like there's never enough time in a day. There's like
Yeah.
just not enough.
So, like, what's the difference in age for you and your siblings then?
So I have a stepsister that was from my mom's first marriage or second. First remarriage, second marriage. Her name's Christine. She's 29.
Oh, okay.
Then I have my older brother, 28. And then I'm 26. And then there's Aaron, which is the first of like the next generation. He's 16. And then there's Ariel, 14. Avery's 12. And August is 10.
Oh,
So, I know.
Okay.
You guys
They're
want to see
so
pictures?
Yeah, that's like, yes, I
Oh,
want
what
to
is
see photos.
they're so lucky
my
to
phone?
have such, so many older
Where's my phone?
siblings.
I know.
Oh, here it is.
I think that kids that have like the older siblings that there's like quite a few years between are the luckiest because
Yep.
they really get to understand kind of every different aspect of music and just different, like I know you're into anime. That's been going on for
Yeah, they all watch anime
years.
now.
Yeah, exactly. There's so many things that an older sibling can share with their younger to really kind of help mold and let them discover who they're going to be, honestly.
So
I know Alex has done that for you.
no, yeah,
For sure.
So She brought up anime. What kind of animes do you like?
Oh my gosh, I can sit here and talk forever about anime, but
I know, same.
I watch everything. I literally watch every single genre of anime besides like mech.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry, Code Geass and like all the Gundam fans. I don't watch mech.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I've watched mech. I just don't watch mech. The only mech I like is Evangelion.
I don't know what that one is.
It's an old like 90s anime.
My brother would probably know that. Let's get
Yeah,
Alex.
your-
Story
your
writing on it
brothers
is just
would know
absolutely
that.
phenomenal. The pacing is phenomenal. Just the introspective nature of it. It's more of like a seinen. So like, have you guys heard about the different genres? Like there's shoujo, shonen, and seinen.
Yeah.
Seinen is like the new genre where it's like darker undertones, and it's a little bit more for mature audiences. So like JJK would probably be considered a seinen.
Oh,
or
okay.
Chainsaw Man, stuff like that.
Oh, I love Chainsaw Man.
Yeah,
It's a good-
Berserk, like that.
Oh, I
Like
haven't.
darker tones.
Okay.
Yeah. But my favorite genre is obviously gonna be shonen. I like action. I got a sweet spot for like rom-coms if it's well written. And sports anime. Sports.
Oh, like Blue Lock.
Yeah, Blue Lock is fire.
Yeah.
Blue Lock, Haikyuu, Kuroko no Basket.
I was gonna watch that, but I didn't know.
It's good.
It's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's an old one called Ice Shield 21. It was like the only football anime I've heard of. But it's good.
There's this other one I'm trying to think of. I was trying to watch it. It was it's on baseball. It was kind of bad, but it was like older.
Is it Ace or something? That might be.
It's like
tennis.
it's like older. It's like from like the 90s, I would say.
Yeah, I was watching something. I like randomly had like this flashback of like this anime I used to watch, like just the theme song, and I went and looked it up, and like the eyes were like huge. I don't know if you, watched, you know, like the old 2000s style where they had the huge eyes.
the big eyes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, dang, like showing my age, but yeah,
Now their eyes are like really small, or like they're like,
Yeah.
you know.
it's more edgier type.
Yeah,
designs.
they're like.
Mhm.
But before they were like.
Yeah, I feel like because the audience was was for kids, because anime is just like short for animation.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like
and it's just
cartoons in
cartoons,
Japan
yeah.
is cartoons, but now there's such a wide like audience of adults that it's kind of like branched off, you know?
Yeah.
I'm surprised how many books there are now. I mean, when I think of anime, the 90s, you know, when the kids started getting into it, it was all on, you know, you had to go to special channels to even watch it, actually.
Yeah. It wasn't on regular
It
programming.
wasn't on regular, and then now they have all these books and everything else on it, too.
called the manga.
The mangos, yeah.
Mangas.
Mangos.
Is it manga?
Manga.
Manga? Well, all I know,
Manga. It's
all
like
I know,
Mangoes.
well, all I know is I
Mangoes.
see it on my Amazon thing that I've paid for all these mango books. That's all I know.
I
You know what book
actually,
you should buy though? My mom's Unacceptable Lives at www.talk2mepodcast.com. Please
Yep.
go buy and go buy our merch. Woo! It's so comfy. I love it.
when does it drop? When does the book drop?
It should the first week of December. So it should be on Amazon, and then it should be available through our website, which I've got to give Five Flash Media all our information for getting that on the website, because I've signed up as an Amazon affiliate to do
Okay,
that.
nice.
So
You should also go follow us on YouTube. Go hit that notification button so you can hear when our next videos are out. And please subscribe to us. We need more subscribers right now. I love all of mine right now, but we need more. I'm a little greedy.
Not greedy, just ambitious.
ambitious. She has a college career she'd like to be able to afford.
yeah, that's true.
College isn't cheap.
So, what do you do for work?
Oh man, I don't want to dox myself. I guess so. I partially manage a restaurant, and then I work at a nightclub.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So it's it sucks.
Is it hard to like work at a nightclub and not get out there and like, you know, get jiggy with it?
No.
Like shimmy.
I'm honestly I'm very like introverted.
Really?
Yeah. Unless I'm like highly caffeinated, so I have caffeine.
Yeah.
I tend to be very introverted. Sometimes like, I get overstimulated literally at work. I'm like, I do not want to be here. But the money is good, you know? So we get like a tip pool of like a percent of the tip pool, like whenever people come in and blow like a bunch of money on bottles, so we can walk out with some good cash.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, what was it like for you having, you know, your parents get divorced? At what age were you? Like, can you just take us a little bit into that?
Yeah, so my parents got divorced when I was really young. I was like 3.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Really
so
young.
I remember, like, I have like vague memories of like random incidents where they like argue or like just like being in the car in my car seat or something like that, but nothing too vivid.
Yeah.
So for the most part, I really only know them separated. And then my stepmom came into the picture. I feel like she was always there. She went to our church, and my dad sang on the worship team with my now stepmom, and they were best friends.
Oh, okay.
So she was always around, and I think they kind of just like realized like, hey, why
Yeah.
don't you be around forever? You know?
That's a good way to go.
Yeah, it's a really cute story. And I remember like my stepmom's great. Like I love her so much. But
Oh.
I think they got married when I was like 6 or 7. So she's pretty much always been there.
Always been there.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. My stepdad, well, my mom, she got remarried when I was in 4th grade, something like that. And then they split right before I left for college.
Oh, okay. So they were
Yeah.
together a while.
Yeah.
No,
So
yeah.
pretty much all my entire adolescent years, they were together.
Yeah.
And then right when I left for college, they split. And then she got remarried, I want to say like 3 years ago. So 3-4 years ago, something like that.
Oh, wow.
So when when your parents, biological parents, split, were they like really great together, like as divorced? Like sometimes people are better, honestly, apart than they are together.
Mm-hmm.
Were they like able to be good parents and things like that for you, or was it kind of just off and on type of stuff?
I think they definitely took like a individualistic approach to parenting. They weren't really co-parenting well together,
Yeah.
but they did a good job on their own. You know, my mom was very independent. You know, she wanted us to get into college. She was working 2 jobs, working night
Wow.
shifts. Yeah, she hustled
Ooh.
for us. Yeah, she hustled for us.
It's crazy.
And then my dad, he was, when we were really young, I feel like he was kind of still like looking for like that job that would really like give him like stability. So I spent a lot of time at my grandparents' house while he was working.
Grandparents are the best, aren't
Yeah,
they?
yeah.
They totally
Yeah,
are.
minus
I
the
know.
spankings. I came from an
That's-
old school. Like my grandparents are old school. I used to get whooped for everything, everything, literally everything. Yeah,
Ask her, man.
yeah. But
Yeah.
You
they
should
did
hear
good.
some of the things she's done, man.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
She be spanking you?
Oh, no, her. She's done some crazy things. You should hear what her parents, like, what she did to her brother.
What'd you do to your brother?
Can I
He's
say
dead.
it?
I'm just kidding.
No.
So I grew up on a farm.
I really want to say it.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I want to say it.
Okay.
So she grew up on a farm, and she lived with like her grandma and her grandpa. Right? You lived
For
in,
a
like,
while,
For a
yeah.
while, yeah. Because her parents, they were divorced as well.
Yeah,
They
I came
got
from this.
divorced.
That's why I
Gotcha.
asked how
Gotcha.
it was for you.
Yeah, so they were divorced, and you know, her mom was doing her own thing, and then my grandpa, he was doing his own thing, and they were working. And one time, she had a tree.
Oh,
Oh, she had a tree house, okay?
no, my
And-
brother built the tree house.
Oh, well, her brother built the tree house, and she took it over and said girls only, and she pushed her brother out of the tree house and broke his arm.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, I took over the tree house.
She also burned his eyebrow.
That's
Like-
funny. That's kind
And
of
I
funny.
tried to draw it back on with the really
so-
bad makeup.
So in my defense, I was making him initiate to get back into the tree house that he built.
Wow.
So I took lighter fluid and I put it on his eyebrow and burned an eyebrow off. And then I saw what happens. Like it gets red. It gets really red.
So you kicked him out and then like hazed him to get back in. That's wild.
And so then a long time ago, before we had all this makeup and stuff, you had to like burn like this, it's almost like a black crayon type of thing. And then you had to draw your eyebrows on the eyebrow pencil. And so I tried doing that, and the damn thing wouldn't like.
It wouldn't stick.
So,
How old was he?
so
Did he
I
have to go to
finally-
school like that with like eyebrowless?
Like 6 or something, right?
So I
Young.
finally got the black eye. So he had an eyebrow, and then he had this penciled in black one. And my mom noticed it immediately. I thought I was gonna get away with it with just penciling it back in. So,
So did you get in trouble for that?
oh yeah, I got
It's so funny. I
Did
love
your
that
parents?
story so much.
Did your parents spank you too, or
Oh yeah.
yeah?
Oh yeah. I grew up on a farm.
what'd they use?
So I mean, you got the belt. So my dad, or he had these huge hands. My dad's really tall, 6'3". He's huge, right? My brother and I used to stick washcloths down our butts and try to make him look normal. And so he'd be like hitting it and stuff, and we'd be like screaming, "Ow, ow!" And then it was like we couldn't feel anything.
See, y'all were smarter than me. I never thought about that. I would just run.
But sometimes that belt would go underneath where those washcloths were, and you would feel it.
You get some of that like hammy meat. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no. My grandparents were old school, so like they would try and just whip us with anything that was nearby.
Yeah.
So like spoons, shoes. Yeah, we got hit with anything. But their favorite was like the switch because they're Southern, old school Southern. So they make us go pick one.
Just grab it off a tree and just
See, before
I've gotten that one.
they used to make us pick the switch, and like we were young and we were like, you know what, we're gonna pick the smallest stick so it'll hurt the least. Yeah. You know, but we didn't realize they'll double tap because they're flexible. So they hit us like like every single time. So then we started getting like big logs, and they're like, we can't beat you to death. You know, like we can't beat you to death. So we try to get smart, and then we lost that privilege in the midst of punishment to be able to pick our own. And they picked like the perfect switch that was just like, yeah.
Man, you should have done the washcloth down the butt thing. Man.
I should have. I was fast though, so I'd run, but then I had to come home at some point. Sometimes I like try and run straight to my room, and then I get like whipped awake. And I stopped doing that, and I just started accepting my punishment. Yeah, I walk in there, head down, like, all right, let's just get this over with.
So at what age did you stop getting whipped then?
This is so funny. My mom, so that was my grandparents. They were very old school. My mom used to always whip me with the belt.
Okay.
So like once I got older and like my grandparents weren't kind of looking over me anymore, it was just like my dad and my mom. My mom used to spank me with the belt, but I think I was like 14, and she tried to hit me, and I grabbed the belt and snatched it out of her hand, and that's when I started getting grounded. That's a true story. That's a true story.
There is an age where you cannot spank anymore.
Yeah,
honestly.
I was stronger than her. I was just stronger than her. Like I was like weave, and then I just grabbed the belt. You know.
Well, thanks, Madison, for sharing that lovely story.
Yeah.
I have another one that's really funny.
Memory.
I have another one that's really funny, but it's not her who did it. It's her brother.
What, he got his lick back?
Oh, she stole his hat, and he chased her around with a BB gun and shot her in the butt.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to go to the ER and have the BB. It was literally in the...
It pierced?
It pierced.
Dang.
Yeah. So I got shot in the butt with a BB gun.
Wow. Did it leave a scar?
I don't know. I can't see back there. I don't know.
I mean, like,
yeah.
It probably
I don't
lasts
think
like a
so,
year or two.
because I think it was just like that, little tiny BBs.
Yeah.
He got his BB gun broke.
Yeah, he got his lick back.
Yeah. So you said you're really strong, and I can tell you are. So how did you get started in like physical health? Because I can like tell you're like really like oof.
Yeah. So I started working out maybe when I was like 10. I was always a very outdoors athletic kid. Like I grew up in a typical like nuclear family type neighborhood. So like I knew everybody on the street, and we played games like for hours outside. Yeah. So in elementary school, I used to play 3 flags up, smear the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kickball, stuff like that. And then my best friend played Pee Wee football. He played Pee Wee. He was in Snoop League, and he used to beg me to play football. He used to, you gotta play football. You gotta play football. And I just didn't. My mom wouldn't let me. She was like, my baby. So yeah. As soon as I hit high school, though, I started playing football because my mom was like, when you hit high school, I'll let you play. So started playing in high school, and then that's when I first touched weights, like actual weights. But when I was like 10, I started doing push-ups and sit-ups because like, I don't know, like I was going through like puberty, and like I had like a lump in my nipple, and I thought I had like breast cancer.
Oh, that'd be scary.
So I told my mom, I have breast cancer. And she was like, no, you don't. She's like, if you feel like self-conscious, just do some push-ups. Yeah. And I took it to like the nth degree. Like at first I started with like 10 push-ups a day, but nobody told me like you had to stop at a certain point. So I was up to like 250 push-ups, like 250 sit-ups a day. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, by the time I was in 8th grade, I had like shred all the fat, like the baby fat off me. Yeah. And I was just like ripped, but I still thought I was that fat kid, so I used to wear hoodies all the time. And I remember one time in PE, like I like changed, and people were like, dude, like what? Why are you so ripped? You know?
Before and after, right before your eyes, right?
Yeah. So
that's awesome.
That's crazy. So, oh my God, what do you do as an influencer?
I be myself, or at least I try. I make two types of content. Do like my workouts, which is basically just informative style content, short form content, where I share my workout exercise for the day, kind of briefly explain like how you should do the movements, and then enjoy the pump. And then my other type is like skits, but I kind of incorporate it with my two passions. Well, not music, but just anime and like the gym. So I do like anime style like storytelling with the gym.
Okay, now that's, you got to expand on that because
I basically take a concept, a gym concept, and turn it into like a 45-second and like anime skit. So I did one today or like yesterday about how gym bros feel in the wintertime. And basically like I walked in front of the mirror and there's like this reflection, but it's not me. And in the reflection is body dysmorphia. And then he's like, we're going to, you know, I came here to propose an offer. And he's like, what is it? And he's like, a truce. And he's like, well, what's this truce? And he's like, it's a bulk. So in order to get through your bulk, you have to come to a truce with your body dysmorphia. So you're not in your own head because a bulk requires you to gain weight. You know, so it's like a play on it, but I did like anime theme in the background and like obviously like my voice acting and stuff like that makes it very like anime-esque.
You do voice acting?
Yeah. Well, at least I want to. I kind of do it, but I wouldn't say I'm a professional, but yeah.
So your anime and everything, you're creating your own anime. Are you doing
Like
that
drawing
like
it all
digitally or how?
No, it's just me. I just play these characters.
Oh, okay.
So I have like different voices for different characters and stuff like that. But I would love to create my own anime. I would absolutely love
wow.
that. Yeah.
So you do like a Simpsons type of thing where you're like 3-4 different characters.
Basically. Yeah.
Sorry, Simpsons has been on forever. So.
Yeah. Yeah. So I love it though. It's like, I love writing. I've always loved writing. Pretty much anything creative. I've just loved it. Whether it's music, creative writing, art, I paint too. So
Wow.
yeah, this
I'm
was
gonna
kind
need
of
to see
way.
some of that.
I think I might have a picture on my phone. I can show you later. But
So you have so many creative outlets. It's like, how do you, like, obviously you're an influencer, so you're into that, but it feels like you're ready to take this to another level, honestly. I mean, because you have all these different talents that kind of all morph together into this super talented person. So
I would love to.
What's your next level that you want to see yourself get to?
I've kind of like contemplated over this a bit myself. I'd love to content create full time. I don't want to stop doing my skits. I would love to go into voice acting too, like officially go into voice acting. But basically my plan right now is to be able to be financially stable just doing content. Now, I don't know how long I can do content for or bodybuilding. Obviously my physique won't last forever. So I'm gonna ride that until I can't anymore.
I don't know, man. Who's that guy, that really, really old guy that his name's Jack something or other? He's like in his like 80s or 90s, and he was like out there.
Yeah.
I think you could ride that for a while.
You can ride that for a lot longer now because there's a lot of older people
I see
That's
that are
true.
are
ripped.
definitely.
Like when I go to the gym, I see like these old men and they're like, oh, yeah. And I'm like, whoa.
The
What
flexing
do
sound
these
effects.
men like?
I mean, honestly, I think you could ride that. But I could see you honestly coming up with your own anime and turning that into more of a mainstream thing for sure.
So my ideal
Because
plan,
you've
like,
already got your plan of what you can do it on.
yeah,
That's the hardest thing, is to come up with something original that you're passionate about yourself and have other people be passionate with you.
but it's kind of like short form, you know, like they're like 45 seconds to a minute long,
Right.
you know, but ideally I'd love to do fitness stuff and then do anime stuff like voice acting and then do music. Like I do film scores right now. So I would love to like score a film for a movie or even do like sizzlers.
Okay,
Even,
what's
like,
a
placements.
sizzler?
So scissors is like an extended trailer.
Oh, okay.
So like let's say a trailer on average is about a minute 20 to a minute 30 seconds. This would be like 3 minutes. 3 to like, sometimes it could be longer, like 3 to 7 minutes. Yeah. So
Okay.
I get to score a little bit more. And the budget's a little bit bigger. But nothing's better than movies. You get in a movie, oh, bro, you're
Yeah,
set. So,
that's awesome.
Well, if you ever do create an anime, send it to me and I will watch it.
Appreciate
I
you.
will watch it, and I'll make my brother watch it too.
Yeah,
I
make
already got
everybody
2
watch
viewers.
it. Yeah, grab the BB gun.
Yeah,
Make everybody watch it.
watch it right now.
So oh my God. And this is why you do a podcast like normally by yourself and just interview somebody. You don't do it with your 60-year-old daughter.
She's adding energy. She
adds a lot. She honestly adds a lot. I'm like the dressing, and she's like the main course here. So
You're the dressing.
I'm like.
Will she be the salad?
You're at least like the
You're like a salad.
No, you're like at least like the French fries and the sauce. Like
French fries are good. That's
no,
yeah.
they're like a solid like side. You know, like you can't go wrong with those.
Okay. So now are we back to the French fry thing? Yeah, our first podcast, first or second one, we talked about how everyone in our family was a potato, and she had every one of us linked to a potato. That's how she thought of her family.
What was your potato?
Well, it was mine. Do you remember?
It was a waffle. But no, that's waffles. Wait.
Waffles?
My
What?
dog's name was Waffles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I
It's a
don't
waffle
remember.
fry. I think you're like mashed potatoes or something.
No, I was the McDonald's French fry.
Oh yeah, you're a McDonald's French fry.
Honestly, that's
the
pretty
best
S tier.
French
That's pretty
fry.
S tier.
That's
That's
the
up there.
best.
Yeah, it's a pretty good pick.
Those pretty
Yeah.
damn good fries.
I really like sweet potatoes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, those are so good.
My mom used to make them with like syrup. I know that sounds random. but,
Oh,
like,
yeah. I
so
can see
good.
that, though. Because all the,
Josh, we need
know.
like a little camera on Joshua and like.
No, it's good. Yeah, she put like a little bit like. So she baked them. They're like baked sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
You know how they caramelize.
Yeah.
So they get really sweet on their own, and then you just put like a little bit of like cinnamon on top or like nutmeg, and then a little syrup. Gas.
Okay.
And it's natural. It's all natural. So it's like you're not getting any processed sugars.
yeah. Which, are you into the nutrition side, too, then?
I try to be. You know, I've never been the type that like counts every single macro unless I'm prepping for a show.
Yeah.
Then I do. But I just do like conscious eating. So I read the back of everything, try and keep my sodium low, try and like be aware of how many calories I'm getting from each bite. You know?
So with working out, so what would be your normal calorie intake for a day if you're working out like that? Because you work out how often?
Every day.
How long?
About an hour and a half, 2 hours a day.
Okay. So that's a lot.
Yeah.
So how much is your calorie intake to cover that? I mean, you have to take in some calories to work it.
I'd say probably about 27, maybe 3,000 calories a day.
Is that carbs or no carbs or?
I limit my carbs. I only eat carbs as a necessity. Like if I feel low energy,
How
I'll
do
eat
you
carbs.
not eat carbs? That's the one thing. It's like you've got bread, you've got potatoes. I mean, you've got so many great things to eat for carbs.
I just eat rice.
Pasta. It's
love
like it's
pasta.
so
Oh,
hard to
pasta's
give
so
up the
good.
carbs.
Pasta makes me bloated. It makes me so bloated. I don't like how I feel afterwards. So I just eat
okay.
rice. I'll eat like a half
Oh, I
cup or a
love
full cup of
rice.
rice
Yeah.
with a little teriyaki sauce, like 10 ounces of chicken. I'm good. Now I'll eat that every day for like a year straight. I'm a creature of habit. I like routine.
See, I'm like that too. Mine's chai tea lattes, but
Oh, it's a start.
chai tea latte every day. But I totally get it. I mean, I feel you where it
Yeah.
comes from. That I like, yeah, totally.
We have to buy her two like every day. One to spill and one for to actually
One to
drink.
spill is crazy.
She spilled two in a week, so like in
rough
her
week.
car.
In the car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have like a cup holder?
Don't even get into it.
Are you the type to like
Much.
drive and have it in your hand?
No, the dog knocked it over the first.
Oh, okay.
Waffles.
Second
Yeah, blame
one.
waffles.
I love waffles.
Second one, I was at the coffee place. They were handing it to me,
And it just
the hole in the
yeah.
bottom.
There was a hole?
Yeah, right after I
didn't
had
even
Well, that's not your
realize.
fault then.
right
you
after
know.
I had my car detailed. All that.
And it was so funny. I was laughing so hard because this is right after she got her car detailed from the first time, like the chai tea latte, like fell over, and I was like,
That's tough.
It was bad.
I can't believe
It was a bad week. Let's just put it that way.
it was an awesome week. What are you talking
But I
about?
still drink my chai tea lattes. But so
Fucking crazy.
so your music content, is it like your piano? Is I mean, obviously you've been playing piano for a long time. Is that where you're getting like or do you play other instruments, or are you putting like music scores together?
So, yes and no. So originally, like before I even really started posting like fitness content, I was posting piano content.
Oh, okay.
Like I started this little like Instagram page because my parents were like, you should share your music because I lived with them, and I used to just write these pieces and play them because they have a baby grand in the house, and they're like, you should just record. So I did that, and I was posting it. Didn't really get much like following. It was basically just like my friends who like
Yeah.
follow my other Instagram and will like and support. But yeah, so I started off doing that. And then I really started getting into film scoring maybe like 2019. Yeah. And then I met these two guys at the gym. Honestly, like Prince and Lamont, they're amazing people. They have their own animation company called Venturous Mind Studios. Super talented guys. And I actually trained Prince. So I was going into personal training. I trained Prince. And then he was releasing his animation content. And I was like, dude, let me just make some for you. And he was like, he didn't even know I really did music, you know? So he was like, all right, go ahead, bro. Send me something, you know? And he was like, well, he gave me a project. He was like, I need you to make a Nike type film score. Like if there was a Nike commercial. So I need like drums, movement, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was all right, bet. Same night I sent him like 3 tracks and he was like, wow, that was fast. He was like, all right, I like them. We'll use it. And I was like, cool.
Wow.
Yeah. And then they were like, all right, you know what? We have this type of style we need. Let's see what you can come up with. I sent him like 4 or 5 different tracks. And he was like, we like these 3. We're going to keep them. And I was like, cool. And then after that, he was just like, yeah, you're stuck with us. So, and I love them. They're great.
So have you done other films other than the anime, or are you focused just on the anime?
So the projects I've worked on Balo, which is like their main brainchild. But they've done a lot of freelance stuff as well. So there was this thing called Phantom Galaxy or something like that. I forget. And it was a sizzler for like this game that was releasing on Xbox, Steam, and PlayStation. So I did a track, like a 7-minute track for that.
Oh, wow. 7 minutes.
Yeah.
That's a long track.
Time flies when you're having fun. It's like when you're writing a story,
Yeah.
you know, and it's just like, let's say like your teacher's like, it only has to be 3 pages, but you're so invested, you just want to keep writing.
Yeah.
You write like 5, 6.
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm not reading all that, so I'll just give you extra credit. It was like that. So.
Oh, my teachers don't do that.
Really? My college professors, yeah, they loved me. Well, at least my English teachers, they loved me because I used to write full-on novels. But anyways, let me not get sidetracked.
So when I write, I get into this zone, and I have to be in the zone to write. But when I'm in the zone to write, it types, it like literally just does itself. Is that what it happens with you? You get
That's
in
how
the
music
zone.
is. That's exactly how music
is. It just flows.
Well, I say like the song's already written. That's how I see it. I just have to like dig it out.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
how
it's like
I am
excavating
too.
the song. Cause like I'll hear it in my head and I'm like, this is exactly where I want it to go. Now I can take creative liberties and like go a different direction if I want. But for the most part, I've always felt like the song is completed already. And I'm just putting it on paper.
That's how I felt when I did the book, because
Well,
I already had like.
talking about the book now.
Oh my God.
Sorry for interrupting you.
Yeah, go ahead.
December
But-
1st.
Go buy my mom's book, Unacceptable Lives, by Melissa McFarland. Go buy it right now on Amazon and our website, www.talk2mespodcast.com. And please go follow us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and Google Music. At Talk to Me, the podcast, or Talk to Me. Thank you.
Me.
2.
So I can, because I had like my whole story, and I knew how I was going to weave it and how it was all going to play out. And then when I started, and maybe you can relate to this, and then I would be like, okay, I needed to go here, but I got to get it from here to here somehow. So I got to insert something here to make it all flow better. Is that how you do it, or does it literally just come out like the way it's supposed to? Or do you have to go in and kind of fill it back in to make it kind of just get to where it needs to be?
Imagine the song is a tree.